Okay, I think I'll go ahead and get started. Well, hopefully a few more will pop in for us, but good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second installment of the Arbor Talks for 2025. I'm Jessica Basher. I'm the manager of the community engagement department here, and I just have a couple housekeeping things. I think most of you are probably familiar with Teams, but just to go over them, we're going to ask that you all remain muted for this presentation until we open up Q&A. That's just going to create a more streamlined meeting today and just make sure that we helps us stay on topic. I'm going to ask that you go ahead and get familiar with that raise hand icon at the top of the meeting. That's going to let me know that you'd like to speak during Q&A so that I can call on you appropriately. Also, become familiar with the chat. You don't have to ask your questions out loud, but if you'd like to send them via chat, we are monitoring that and we'll be sure to read them and address them as well. If you're having problems with your bandwidth, please turn off your video. That can help lower that and make sure that your streaming experience is also one that is more helpful for you and it's not choppy. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and introduce the team. We have the rock stars of CE on today. We have Leandra Bryan, the Senior Community Engagement Specialist, Kristen Reed, Community Engagement Specialist, and President and CEO Todd Warner.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to get started on our topic, overcoming common challenges within your arbor. I think all of us could probably spend all day kind of addressing those little challenges that arbors bring to our attention, but we're going to kind of focus on a few of them. The one I'm going to talk about today is strategies for preventing burnout. I'm sure we've all muttered the words about, oh, I just don't want to go to the meeting tonight. And when we're thinking about that, we want to know how we can prevent you saying that. If this isn't you, I'd love for you to chat during Q&A and let us know how you're preventing muttering those words sometime, because we're always interested in how we can help each other. We also often hear that I'm the one doing everything and no one's helping me. In many arbors, planning and hosting events fall on two individuals, typically the secretary and president. These roles are important for running meetings and communicating with the home office, but they shouldn't carry every responsibility for planning and inspiring arbor activities. If this is you, it's time to find your voice. Expressing your feelings can be done to help unburden your plate, as well as create an opportunity for growth within the arbor. And don't wait. Whoop. Give us 1 second. Don't wait until your plate is so full that the conversation that's going to be had isn't productive. This can create unnecessary hurt feelings if the conversation is no longer helpful. So my 3 tips: be honest. Express how you're feeling before you reach burnout. A little vulnerability can open the door for stronger collaboration. Set expectations. Clearly defined roles when planning an event. Assign a chairperson and empower them to delegate. If no one wants to lead an event, reconsider whether it's still right fit for the arbor. Offer mentorships. Some of us are really good at planning events, and some of us might be willing to, but we need a little bit more empowerment. Empowerment builds leadership, so be sure that you can offer those opportunities to have your members feel like they're able to step up with the support that you provide to them. We have found that sharing responsibilities of creating and planning events between arbor members can create a more harmonious and settled arbor and alleviate burnout to a select few individuals. Now, if your arbor as a whole is feeling the pressures of burnout, it's time to take a step back together. Periodically taking a temperature or pulse of your membership is important. Many get into a cycle and are guilty of, that's the way that it's always been, and begin moving through the motions when a new year hits. This can be a creativity killer and lead to a lack of commitment. Plan a meeting where all you're going to do is you're going to reflect back. This is something that I know my arbor does at the end of the year. We look back on the year. We look what worked. We looked what didn't work. We look what people found joy in, and we reevaluate that for the moving years. So set a meeting and ask your arbor members, what did you guys like this year? What were our challenges? What worked and what didn't? It's good to take those pulse readings again so that you can make sure that everybody is feeling like their volunteering role is important and that they're putting their commitment where they would like to. And be sure to set the tone for open, judgment-free dialogue. Remember, this is a time for reflection, not criticism. And remember your why. Arbors are creating meaningful change in their communities. Recognize the intent and effort behind every event. If you didn't recognize the intent and effort behind every event, even if it didn't go perfectly. This is also a great time at that meeting to offer appreciation and recognition. It's easy to look at what didn't work, but be mindful and also addressing who and what worked well. Building up those who played an active role in making it happen is a great way to boost morale and encourage those to step up in the future. Also, be sure to have fun. Humor and creativity can provide a spark of energy when future planning. Some tips for that could be maybe you're going to start your meeting with a good news or funny moment roundtable. Take some time to just connect with each other, whether it's, I had my grandkids over and it was a great time. We played in a pool, or maybe there's a dad joke that you'd all like to share. I know my house is full of those with a 12-year-old boy. Just take some time to spend a little bit getting to know each other. We kind of lose that. Most of us, and I guess I speak for my arbor, we know each other, we work with each other every day. And it just might be helpful just to take a step back and kind of get to know each other outside of the arbor as well. Another great tip I thought was theme a meeting. Have fun with it. Maybe theme everybody brings their craziest hat or your wildest socks. And maybe there's a fun little trophy like a white elephant gift that you can provide to the individual who wears the craziest hat or socks that day. Just remember that volunteering should be about fun and also the give back. And if you're not having fun while doing it, then we need to reevaluate that and understand how we can move forward. Finally, is your arbor doing too much? It's okay to slow down. We hear arbors thinking that they have to do all of these things, and they're having multiple meetings a month, whether they're meeting with an activity or if they're meeting with their meeting. And there's opportunities where we can talk through that with you if you need it, to just take a step back and also reevaluate, have some reflection, and really determine what you want to do for the year and what you can let slide. And just know that even though you've done it every single time, it doesn't have to continue. So the Samaritan program allows for you to scale back, and we're here to help you work through that if you feel like you're doing too much. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Leandra now. She's going to share some creative ways to do more with less while still creating meaningful impact.
Thank you, Jessica. So I have the luxury today of talking with you about creative ideas for doing more with less. Now let's talk about resources a little bit to start with, because let's be honest, we know Arbor members have big hearts, but we also know you're kind of working with a little bit of a small budget in the process. So whether it's funds, meeting space, materials, or manpower, the reality is it can be tight. But here's the key. You don't have to do it all alone. And in fact, you really shouldn't. Tap into your community spaces. Can't afford to rent a venue? Have you considered hosting events at libraries, churches, community centers, or a local park? Many offer spaces at no or low cost for a service group. Public schools or even local businesses with conference rooms are often willing to help as well. You just sometimes have to ask. Don't forget, you can collaborate with other organizations. It's easy to get caught up in your to-do list, but the heart of service is connecting. Take time to build relationships with your members in your community. If your arbor is doing a backpack drive, maybe the local food pantry is already collecting donations for a similar event. Why not combine forces and co-host a community collection event? Shared marketing equals more exposure for both you and that organization, and shared effort equals less stress. But I do warn you with this concept, be careful as to whose project it is to ensure the arbor is receiving the correct compensation when it comes to an impact activity versus additional activity. Because we want to make sure that the arbor is the main one hosting your event, but you're coming alongside another organization to do that double effort. Don't forget, you can use what you already have. Inventory your group skills and let us at the home office help. Did you know we have a great marketing team that can assist with making flyers for events? And don't forget about your Arbor's yearly promotional allowance. This will help with little gizmos and gadgets that you can give away at your events to kind of not only get your Arbor's name out there, but get Gleaner out there as well. And you don't need a huge My last point today is you don't need a big budget, a huge team, or all the answers to make a difference. Whether you're navigating tight resources or trying to keep your group motivated, engaged, remember this. Small, consistent steps lead to meaningful impact. Start with micro goals. Celebrate those little wins. Empower more members to take part, and don't be afraid to ask for help from not only your community, your fellow members, or from us. Your CE team is here to support you and your Arbor every step of the way. Whether you need help brainstorming a project, creating a flyer, or promo items for the upcoming event, we've got your back. You don't have to do this all alone in the process. And with that, I'm going to hand this over to someone who needs no introduction, but absolutely deserves one, our CEO and President, Todd Warner, here to share his insights of current happenings at Gleaner Life.
So first and foremost, thanks everybody this morning. Our mission is what you do, and we appreciate that so much. And we're working on ways to enhance that. Can't spill any beans this morning, but Jessica and I have been putting our heads together. So hopefully by the time we get to convention and have some of those seminars, we're going to be able to share a few more things. But I did want to acknowledge this morning, there is some noise out there. You've probably seen some emails. And I wanted to reassure everybody, Gleaners is very sound financially. We have an exceptionally strong balance sheet. We've got a lot of initiatives in place to grow. We've hired a new national sales director. His name is Matt Taylor. Matt comes to us with probably 20 years of experience, a lot of it on the life insurance side. And we are certainly looking back towards our roots. And how do we sell more life insurance? Not that we don't want to sell annuities and stuff, but Matt's brought to the table a lot of great ideas for that, for us to grow. So more to come on that. We're looking at actually a new annuity product that may appeal to a slightly younger demographic. So we're working through our appointed actuaries with that. And essentially we're moving forward. We've stabilized. We've got a very high qualified board of directors. And thanks, Bill, for joining us this morning. They're helping us with our strategic planning, giving us great guidance. So I apologize for some of the noise that takes place from time to time, but we're not letting that distract us. We have a game plan, a strategic plan, and every day we're doing things, checking the boxes off of that strategic plan so that we can move forward and make Gleaner even a greater society as we move forward. So I'm certainly open to any questions that anybody has this morning with respect to any of that noise. My goal is to be as transparent as I possibly can. And just want to close with this shout out to Jessica, Leandra, and Kristen. They're doing a great job. They're here to serve you. And I personally so much appreciate what they do on a day-to-day basis too. So thank you. And that, I'll hand it over to Kristen if we'll take Q&A at the end.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to hop on real quick and just remind everyone that we have another family day coming up. It's our Detroit Princess Riverboat Cruise that's taking place on Friday, August 8th. It is $50 per ticket, and that includes a live Motown entertainment, a buffet dinner, and a scenic 2.5-hour cruise along the Detroit River. Registration does close July 14th, so we do have a couple more weeks of that left to register. And then we are actually heading to Cedar Point this weekend to celebrate our Gleaner Family Day Saturday. So with that being said, tickets are still on sale, $50 a ticket, and we hope that you can all join us. I will pass it back to Leandra to talk about Facebook.
Thank you. For those of you who were in our previous Facebook Arbor officer group, you have noticed that we have relaunched this and we're excited for what the future holds with it. We've got a fun Tuesday concept going that we're calling Talk About Tuesdays that are going to have different questions and to get people involved. But today, or to talk about the group a little bit more, the group isn't just for officers or the leadership of your arbor. We're really encouraging this as a space for all members to join the conversation, share their project ideas, and ask questions to other arbor members from across the 7 different states. So whether you're brand new or a longtime arbor member, your voice and your ideas matter on here. In the Gleaner Life Arbor Officers page, we're looking to build more than just a Facebook group. We're growing a service squad that's connecting, inspiring, and ready to make an impact. So our goal and our request for you guys is to help us reach 100 members. And with this, when we hit there, we are going to give away some portable phone chargers. They're the perfect for those long project days, event planning marathons, or snapping pics at your next arbor activity. And here's how you can help. Invite your fellow arbor members, officers or not. If they're active in their arbor, they're more than welcome to join. Don't let the name of the group fool you in the process. Spread the word, because the more members, the more ideas, energy, and encouragement we can share. And let's grow this together and have some fun while we'll do it. Because who knows, once we hit 100, we might be giving away some other goodies. So that's a wrap on our quick highlight of the Arbor Officers Facebook page. Just one of the many ways we stay connected. Now we love to hear from you. Let's open the floor for questions, comments, or anything you'd like to discuss. Feel free to raise your hand or drop a note in the chats.
Go ahead, Dale, and unmute and ask your question. Oh, we can't hear you.
Showing as unmuted.
Yeah, it is showing you're unmuted. Nothing on my end I can see.
Is there any way, Dale, you can type your question in the chat?
Yep.
Oh,
there
we can hear you.
I can hear you there.
Just really quiet.
How about now?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay. I don't understand these things. Sign of my age, I guess. More of an observation or something that I thought of the other night when I woke up in the middle of the night was for convention, might be helpful to have like a sample of all the promotional items that are available so people can actually look at what they're buying and know better, you know. I mean, I know you have it on lists and that, but I just thought, I said, sometimes you look at something, you wonder exactly how big is that book bag or that string bag or whatever. So it was more just an observation of that. Yeah, I'm enjoying these online meetings. I think they're very helpful.
Thanks, Dale.
Yeah, thank you. So we can definitely do that. We have a core group of our promo items that we have, I think, always in rotation. But Kristen's really good at finding new things. So we could definitely bring some of them and just kind of have like a little highlight table for everybody to kind of look at, pick up and touch. I know I'm one of those people, I'm tactile, so I like to see things and touch it and know what it feels like before I commit. So that's a great suggestion. Thank you. Anybody else? I'm not seeing any, so I'll go ahead and I'll just do my closing really quick. And then if something comes up, feel free to raise your hand or get into the chat. So we talked about a lot today, and I know we could probably even talk about a lot more when it comes to preventing burnout and, you know, creative ideas for creative ways to do more, but for less. So look forward to that. Maybe we'll have some more highlights here in our Friday focus to kind of help you maybe there's another way that we can reach you in regards to the burnout. But preventing burnout isn't about doing less. It's about doing more things sustainably together. The word sustainably has been a word that I've enjoyed this year. Just trying to think of the ways that we can create long-term success. So let's shift from surviving to thriving. Remember that big change starts with small wins, like Leandra said. Every time your arbor gathers, serves, or simply supports one another, you're making a difference. Keep it simpler, consistent, and meaningful. We've got one person wanting to go ahead and chat. Bill, go ahead and unmute.
Morning, everybody. Thank you for joining this webinar today. And thank you, ladies, for putting together an awesome webinar. We really enjoyed it. Just want to remind our arbors to contact your members to vote if they have not already for our elections for directors. This was an opportunity that has never been afforded to our members before, and we're really excited to get everybody involved that we possibly can. So today and tomorrow may be the last days that you can mail your votes in and have them count in the election because of the mail and everything. So I just want to encourage you, call your members, call your Arbor people, and spread the word that we would like to have everybody vote in this election.
Put it on your Facebook page.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate that. I'm checking in today with Election Source, who counts the ballots, just to see what the returns are. As of early last week, more than 4,000 ballots had been returned, which I thought was outstanding for our first time going through this. I expect that to be higher. I'll check with him today. They won't tell us, what the results are until probably July 2nd. So the only information that they will share with us right now is just the number of ballots received. But it's encouraging to see that 4,000 members have taken that opportunity to cast their ballots.
Very exciting to be a part of Gleaner at this time. Looking at that, I don't see any other questions. If you find that you do have a question, be sure to always send it to us at the community engagement inbox. We're here to help. That's another theme that I've really wanted to push this year with the team, is we're here to help you no matter what the question, big or small, the need, anything. You need help planning an event, we'll help you walk through it. You need promo ideas, we'll help you get them. Anything that you guys need, we're here to support you in every way that we can. So with that, we're going to give you back some time to your morning. I hope that you had some coffee, or if not, you have time to fuel up for your day today, and I hope it's wonderful. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.